Cause is one of the things that hinders people from going far in life. Cause is one of the things that will make all your labor not to get a good increase. Cause is one of the things that will keep you marking time in life, like you are walking like an elephant or you're eating like ants. Cause is one of the things that will make anything that you laid your hand on will never survive. So there is so many ways cause can limit one in this life, that it makes that person to be frustrated, it will make that person not to think normal, it makes that person, like, even when you tried, when you done a lot of things, you discover or you still see yourself like you are still struggling for one particular thing. Cause is one of the things that you must not play with, because it can terminate somebody to death. But in today's video, by God's grace, I'm going to be sharing with you, by God's grace, the two different ways you can contact these causes and what you will do by God's grace to liberate yourself and you become free from any cause that you are going through in life. So if you want to know more about this and you want to know these particular things you needed for this, please do keep watching while I share with you. I promise you, you will not regret watching this video. I greet you all, depend on wherever you are watching me from and exactly when you see this video. If you are new in my channel, thank you very much for coming back. My name is Promise. So in this channel, I share about the spiritual tips and health tips, how to use natural things for these uses. So if you find it helpful, please do subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell notification so you will always get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back today. I love you and stay blessed. So guys, in today's video, I want to talk on how you can get rid of cause, how you can separate yourself from causes, and what you need in order to be free from cause. Now, before I go on to this video, there is two different ways you contact cause. There is so many causes. There is parental causes, there is family causes, there is guided causes and all that. But all these, anyone that you are going through, by God's grace, just believe in God and go ahead to do this recipe. You'll be free forever. Now, sometimes when people are suffering from causes, they mainly said, oh, this, like I was discussing with somebody that has an issue, and he said, is this causes, I contacted it from my father's house. Yes, there is possibilities of you contacting cause from your father's lineage, and there's also possibilities of you contacting a cause from your mother's lineage. And also, as a woman, as a man, it's very, very possible you contact a cause from the place you married to or from the place you have been married to. Now, sometimes, let me tell you, if you are born with maybe your mother, there is a cause that is placed on their own generation, let me just say on their own family, on their own lineage. There is more possibility from you or from anybody that comes from that womb of that your mother or from that your mother lineage to contact from that particular cause. Likewise to the father. Now, as a young man, as a young woman, whenever you get married to a family, you have already partake. As far as you bear the names, as far as you have taken the ownership of that particular person, you have already contact or be part of any cause that follows to that family, whether a man or woman. So it's very possible maybe you get married to a lady and maybe there is a particular thing they are suffering from their family. It's very possible for you to contact from that particular thing. Or so to a lady, maybe you got married to a man's family, there is particular cause maybe they are going through, and you contact from that. Sometimes, like I said, there is so many different types of cause. There is what we call generational causes or family foundational causes. These are the causes that you know nothing about. These are the causes that you have been born into. How? Maybe as a man, when you are born into a family, maybe there is something that your forefathers have committed in the past. Maybe there is some particular things they did that has some consequences that have been following them. And when you are born into that family, because this is your blood lineage, because this is where you have been born, it's very, very possible you have already contact from that. That is why you see a lot of people are suffering from foundational causes, not because they committed these causes, not because they were there when the causes have been made, but because they come from that lineage, and that is why they have become part of that cause. Okay, so this one is called foundational causes, and this cause is as a result of the what our forefathers, some of our forefathers, what they did. All right, maybe they killed somebody, maybe they did one thing and the other, some atrocities, and they were caused, or that particular thing they did has some negative effect, and they start following them to other generation. And let me tell you, if you did not stand as at now to liberate yourself, to liberate your own lineage from this cause, there is possibilities of your own children coming in contact with that cause. Now, another cause is called parental cause. This one is like, okay, this is also applicable to your mother's side. So if there is any cause that is following your mother's, it's very possible you contact that cause, and so to wherever you are married to. Now, another one is cause led by you. Now, there is so many causes, like I do make the video in every day. I'm asking us as a parent, you stop learning cause to your children, because as a parent, you carry this child. So there is a parental cause or guidance cause. These causes are the cause as a parent that you learn on your children or on your child. Now, that particular time you may learning this cause, you may think that it doesn't work. But believe you me, that cause might work immediately at that moment, or it will wait for that child at the future. So that is why it's very, very good that I always say it's not always good to lay your curses on your children, or to always speak negative things in your children's life, because it's something that manifests either instant or later. All right, so, and also I did a video as a parent, if you have done that, on what to do to neutralize those causes. Now, another one is a guided causes. Maybe this one is that maybe you are living with somebody and maybe you offended the person, or maybe you are serving your master and you told your master something and you denied you didn't did that and all that, why you know you did that, and that person out of anger cost you. That one is also a parental or guidance causes. That is number second cause. Another cause is a cause that one can contact by it or herself. Most of the times we human beings, we contact these causes without knowing that we are contacting causes. Now, as a young lady, as a young man, let me tell you, abortion is a very bad cause. Yes, anytime you do this, because of the world we are living into, we just take it as nothing. Yes, but it has a lot of spiritual disadvantage, which bring causes. It brings downfall, it brings lack of children, it brings financial issues to people's life without knowing. Some people are going through this without knowing that that is what is actually the problem they are going through, until maybe the person go for consultation and all that. The person will be told, oh, there was a time you did an abortion, you did this and did that, and that is the cause of what you are going through. So there is also a cleansing for that. Okay, now these are the causes. Or you are the type that maybe you kill somebody, and so there is so many atrocities that somebody can do to attract cause into his or her life. But this powerful recipe, like I said, this particular recipe, by God's grace, wherever causes you are going through, just do it exactly and believe that it's going to work for you. By God's grace, you will come out of that causes. Now, this is what you need to do. Firstly, you need to fast. Please, this thing, you need to take it very serious. Cause is something that you need persistent. Cause is something that you need seriousness. Cause is something that you need determination, to be honest with you. Now, you need to fast for 7 days. You can fast from 6 to 12, depend on your strength. But all you need to do, please concentrate. Always believe, like, set your intention. Don't be distracted. Don't see it because you just do it to fulfill all righteousness. No, do it because you want to take yourself out from this. You want to separate yourself from these causes. All right. Now, after you're done fasting, you are going to fast for 7 days. Anytime, then any day that you finish that fasting, by 12 o'clock midnight of that day, you are going to get a bucket of water. Go to the market and buy new white bucket, or you buy one new silver or blue bucket. Please don't use black. If worst come to worst, use any one you have, but don't use black. Now, get a new bucket. Okay, when you get a new bucket of water, now when it's 12 o'clock midnight, fetch water inside that bucket. Now you get palm oil, that is red oil. I'm going to show you in the screen. Now, when you get this oil, let me tell you, spiritually, oil represents blood. spiritual. That is why, we don't deal with blood this time around. Those era, which is the olden days, our forefathers, our ancestors, they believe in using all this, blood and all that. But now you can use all these natural things that we eat, we normally do in daily basis to liberate yourself. So you get palm oil or red oil. When it's 12 o'clock midnight, you get that red oil. First of all, you're going to rub that red oil on your face. Okay, now when you rub it in your face, you rub it on your two palm, you rub it on your two leg, your two foot. Okay, then you rub it on your navel. That is, we used to call it apotube. I don't know what you call it, but if you know what you call it in your own language, please go ahead and do it. Now let me explain to you. That one you are writing in this place, spiritually, that is blood connection. Whether it comes from your mother's side, whether it comes from your father's side, as far as you have this particular moment, you are using that as a blood contact to separate yourself from that particular cause or from that particular lineage. Okay, then after you don't rubbing it, now you are going to get a Bible. You read. Please take this thing very, very serious. Okay, now when you get your Bible, you are going to read Isaiah 54 verse 17. Then you read Isaiah 65 16 and 17 only, these two verses. Then after reading it inside that bucket of water, put your right middle finger inside that bucket and pray to God. Call your name. Begin to call any causes that I contacted from my mother's place. Call the name of your mother and the name of the family of your mother. Let's assume your mother's name is Amaka Okeke. You are going to call your mother's personal name and the name of the family where she came from. So any cause that I contacted from this my mother, you call her name. Today I am separating myself. I am separating myself from that cause. Then after that, you call your father, call the same thing. Call yourself, anyone that you committed by yourself, unknown to you, that God should forgive you and separate you. You call any man or woman under this earth that use water in daily basis that have cost you, whether in a good reason or bad reason, that today you are using all these things to free yourself from those causes. Then after that, use that water and wash yourself, or you bathe with the water to remove that oil. All right, now you repeat the process every day for 7 good days. 7 days. Please don't joke with this. If you do this particular recipe, you are going to have a very terrible dream, but last you will surely be free from causes. If this one is not okay by you, maybe this one since it's very difficult, there's a lot of spiritual ways you separate yourself from causes. If at the time maybe you are not a Christian, maybe you don't read Bible, please, you can just make your prayers. Get a water, all right, in a bucket. Make your prayer and all that. After that, go ahead and use that water to wash those that particular oil. Okay, then when you completed the process for 7 days, please, either you burn the bucket or you dispose it. Don't use that bucket again. You just use that bucket once, and don't use the bucket you are using before. Just buy a new bucket for this particular recipe, just for 7 days. Believe you me, you will come back with a testimony. You will start seeing a lot of things changing. And if you are the type that you always see your dead people, your family members, like people that you have, maybe your cousins, your mothers, your sisters, your brothers, those that are dead, you always see them in your dreams. Often do this recipe as well. By God's grace, you will never see them again. It's one of the spiritual way and effective way to remove yourself from causes, and I wish I share with you. God bless you and stay blessed. Bye.